So you then get the set of bonuses, Manchester. They're on standard reference works. The Encyclopaedia Britannica is now in its 15th edition, but which edition, published in 29 volumes in 1910 and 1911, is highly prized for its style and authoritative tone?
Second. Probably the second. The second?
No, it's the 11th. The word thesaurus, used in 1852 by Peter Mark Roget for his Dictionary of Words Arranged According to Sense, is the Greek meaning what?
Treasure house.
Treasure house, storehouse is correct. Which novelist became editor of the Oxford Companion to English Literature in 1985?
Margaret Drabble.
Margaret Drabble? Margaret Drabble? What's that? Margaret Drabble. Margaret Drabble.
Come on.
Margaret Drabble?
Correct. That puts you on level pegging, 60 points apiece, and another starter question. In particle physics, the abbreviation QCD denotes which theory?
Manchester Patinas.
Quantum chromodynamics.
Correct. That puts you in the lead, and you get a set of bonuses on emigration, Manchester. Firstly, for 5, which rock is known as Ireland's teardrop because it was the last sight of the country for emigrants sailing to America, and it's found off Mizzen Head, Ireland's most southwesterly point?
Rockall.
No, it's the Fastnet Rock. Rockall's up in the north. True patriots we, for be it understood, we left our country for our country's good. These lines of 1796 by Henry Carter gave which American-born British playwright the title of her play Our Country's Good, first performed at the Royal Court in 1988?
Carol Churchill.
No, it's Timberlake Wurtenbacher. And finally, often associated with the pre-Raphaelite movement, although never actually a member, which artist painted The Last of England in 1855, depicting the wistfulness of 2 emigrants aboard ship?
Ford Madox Brown.
Correct. 10 points for this. The official form of which Germanic language is known by the abbreviation AN? It has an estimated 24 million speakers spread over several European countries and the Americas.
Manchester Patinas.
Yiddish.
No, anyone want to buzz from the LSE?
LSE Sharp.
Dutch.
It is Dutch, yes. These bonuses could give you the lead again. They're on the 2-letter codes of UK postcode areas and the words that they spell. For example, the Oxford and Enfield postcode areas spell together the word oxen. Firstly, for 5, which 2 contiguous postcode areas in northern England spell a word meaning a walking stick or a support for a plant?
Carlisle and Newcastle. Yeah. Carlisle and Newcastle.
Correct. Which 2 contiguous postcode areas in Greater Manchester give an anglicised spelling of a Scandinavian drinking toast?
School. So it's SKOL. Stockport and Oldham.
Stockport and Oldham.
Correct. And finally, which 2 contiguous postcode areas in the East Midlands give the name of a Brazilian footballer whose career spanned World Cups from 1958 to 1970?
Yeah. Peterborough and Leicester.
Well done. 10 points for this. In baseball, what term means to advance to first base after not hitting at 4 balls?
LSE Patel.
Steal.
No, you lose 5 points at 4 balls pitched outside specific limits. In cricket...
Manchester Baker.
Walk.
Walk is right, yes. Your bonuses, Manchester, are on maligned historical figures. Firstly, for 5 points, born 1480, which noblewoman established in Ferrara a court of artists and writers that included Titian and Ariosto, but has been unjustly imputed with acts including incest with her father, who was a pope?
Medici Borgia, I think. I think it's Borgia. Lucretia Borgia. Medici sponsored. You know, it could be up there. I'm not sure. Lucretia Borgia.
Lucretia Borgia.
Correct. Shakespeare is thought to have depicted Macbeth as murderously ambitious in order to flatter James I of England, who, as a Stuart, claimed descent from which of the play's more sympathetic characters?
Banquo.
Correct. Prince Richard of Gloucester is the patron of a society established to restore the reputation of and named after which 15th century king?
Richard III.
Correct. Well done. 10 points for this starter question. In the animal phylum Nidaria, what name is given to the body form that consists of a tubular body with a mouth surrounded by tentacles, as in a sea anemone?
LSE Sharp.
Cloaca.
Anyone want to buzz from Manchester? You may not confer. One of you may buzz.
Manchester Patinas.
More.
It's polyp. 10 points for this. The so-called West Lothian question, which asks whether, after devolution, Scottish MPs should be allowed to vote on purely English...
Manchester Yo.
Tamdiel.
Tamdiel is right. Yes, your bonuses are on astronomical terms, Manchester. In astronomy, what four-letter prefix is used in nouns referring to the point in the orbit of a celestial body or spacecraft at which it is closest to the primary body about which it orbits?
I thought it was aphelion or something, but he said 4 letters. Apex. Okay, apex.
Apex.
No, it's peri. For orbits about the Earth, the closest point is the perigee. What term is used for the furthest distance?
Apogee.
Correct. Aphelion is the point of a planet's or comet's orbit at which it is farthest from which object?
The sun. The sun? The sun? Helion, yeah.
The sun.
The sun is correct. We're going to take another starter question now. In psychology, what adjective describes a stimulus or mental process below the threshold of consciousness?
LSE Coleridge.
Unconscious.
No, you lose 5 points. That is perceived by the mind without a person being aware of it.
Manchester Yo.
Subliminal.
Correct. Your bonuses now are on lakes, Manchester. Which alpine lake has about 347 square kilometres of its area in southwestern Switzerland and 234 square kilometres in the French department of Haute-Savoie?
Geneva? No, Strasbourg. Is there a lake near Strasbourg or something?
No, I think it's Constance. It's Geneva. Geneva.
Correct, Lake Geneva. The Lake of the Woods occupies parts of Ontario and Manitoba in Canada and also part of which American state, cutting off an area of the state that is the northernmost part of the continental United States?
Minnesota.
Correct. Lake Titicaca in South America, the world's highest navigable lake, is shared between which two countries?
Peru and Bolivia.
Correct. We're going to take a music round now. For your music starter, you'll hear a piece of popular music, 10 points if you can identify the band performing and the title of the song.
LSE Patel.
Come Together by the Beatles.
Correct. So then, LSE, you get the music bonuses. Come Together was the opening track of the album Abbey Road, recorded at Abbey Road Studios in London. Bonuses are songs from 3 more British albums cut at those studios. In each case, you want to give me the band and the name of the album. Firstly, for 5 points.
Don't get my sympathy, hanging at the 15th floor. Changing like 3 times, I still can't sleep.
The Bends by Radiohead.
Correct. Secondly, identify this one.
Taking away the moments that make up a dull day. Fritter and waste the hours in an off and way.
Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon.
Correct. And finally...
So what's the matter with you? Sing me something new. Don't you know the cold and wind and rain don't know. We only seem to come and go away.
It's not the second one. I don't know, maybe.
Oasis, definitely maybe.
No, it's Oasis. Be here now. You can't get the points, I'm afraid. Right, 10 points for this. Meaning gracious and kindly, what word did a possibly imaginary GCSE candidate define as what you are after you're 8?
Manchester Patinas.
Beneficent.
No, anyone want to buzz from LSE?
LSE Coleridge.
Nice.
No, benign. 10 points for this. David Peace's 2006 novel The Damned United is a fictionalisation.
Manchester Baker.
Brian Clough.
Correct. Here are your bonuses. They're on a French phrase, Manchester. What familiar French term, literally meaning bag bottom, was originally used in anatomy for a vessel or tube open only at one end?
Cul-de-sac, yeah.
Cul-de-sac.
Correct. Which Caribbean island, with Port-au-Prince as its capital, consists of 2 mountainous peninsulas separated by a depression called the Plaine du Cul-de-sac?
It's Haiti.
Correct. The 1966 black comedy thriller Cul-de-sac was the second English-language film of which Polish director, born in France in 1933. His first was Repulsion, starring Catherine Deneuve.
Roman Polanski. Correct. Another